Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we are continuing in the second case of the game, The Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. Alright, February 22nd, 1:11 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh? We're still in the flashback then. We made it back in one piece. Just. So this is right after they adjourned the trial. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. Not a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the street of London. We were very nearly flattened several times. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that. Is everything alright? I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England, working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. Oh, I hear this music and I think of Kazuma. So sad. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? Yeah. It should be him, standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. I knew they were going to talk about him. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. I've no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Aww. Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. It's kind of sad because we don't get to still talk to his spirit like we do with Mia in the original series, so it's sad. But it's more realistic, you know? Just like in real life, when we lose someone we love, we don't get to talk to them anymore. Once they're gone, they're gone. Let's look around. Okay. Nothing else standing out, I guess? Nothing here, at least. Everything's barren. We don't have anything set up yet, I guess. Oh, I thought I saw something flash blue for a sec. Just the window. Oh. The shovel? Perhaps we should put... Oh, a spade. A spade, a spade. Perhaps we should put this spade away somewhere. That's not a spade, Naruhodo-san. It's a shovel. Oh, this is their ladder and stepladder argument. A shovel or a spade. I think they had that argument in the first game, didn't they? No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. Uh-oh. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? You're so right, Naruhodo-san. We mustn't quarrel over such trifles. On reflection, then, I think I'll leave this spade where it is.
Yes, I think that's for the best. We may need a shovel when we're working in the garden.
I think they're just gonna agree to disagree. Cute. Their own version of it. Let's leave the spade, shovel. Call it a shade then. Best of two worlds. Okay. I heard that there's another room behind that door.
Yes, it's my bedroom, Naruhodo-san, as you well know.
Shall I help you unpack your things?
That's very kind, but no thank you.
Your luggage looked very heavy. Are you sure I can't help you move it?
That's very kind, but really, no thank you. You're not allowed back there.
Yep.
A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know.
The only secret I have is the 5-yen banknote hidden in the backside of my Daruma doll. Nope. Oh, I was trying to click on the thing next to it, but... Alright. Anything else of note? Just this thing? These tanks are for keeping sea creatures. They're called aquariums, and they were all the rage in London at one time, apparently.
Yes, the English are so clever. Coming up with the idea of having ocean life on display in the home.
And it means you always have an emergency midnight feast on hand, too.
I'm not sure that's really the idea.
Fish are friends, not food. Old reference there. Nothing else.
Doesn't look like it.
Alright. Or is there anything actually we can present her?
You've been wearing that ever since we arrived in Great Britain, haven't you?
Well, it's what shows that I'm a lawyer, so it seems appropriate.
I'm not sure that it really means so much in this country, though, I'm afraid.
I wouldn't say that. It might not be official, but it looks official. Often when the police stop me, I just show them this and they leave me alone.
You're stopped by the police? Often?
Well, you know, I'm a suspicious foreigner, dressed all in black with a sword at my side.
I do think it's probably the sword that's the main reason. Still, it makes me happy to see you wearing it, and the armband.
Yes, I made up my mind that I'll carry them always. This symbol of who I am, and the sword, Karuma. Oh, alright. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand.
I know.
Not only that, but then finding out that he is actually a barefaced wow, Binks. Gas thief as well.
Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Sasaki-san poisoning the tea.
Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. And there's more to this Mr. Shamspear than we yet know. I'm sure of it.
Mr. Shamspear certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first.
What's become of him, actually?
I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment.
Oh, which one is that? Same one, I'm sure.
Let me see. Ah, yes. He's at St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's as Londoners call it.
We know that place, don't we?
Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken.
Ah, yes, after Sasaki-san stabbed her in the back.
Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruhodo-san. He didn't stab anyone.
Perhaps we both owe Saseki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later.
That's the same hospital name used in other Sherlock Holmes media. Interesting. I wonder if it's a real one and they just use the name over and over again, or they're just using it because it's used in other Sherlock Holmes stories.
So we know that Saseki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question. But as he isn't the culprit, then obviously...
Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea.
But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamspeare's body?
I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamspeare's room that will help solve the mystery.
Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been all over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think.
Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap.
Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about that.
Okay. Kazuma.
Kazuma Sogi. Best friend I ever had. And more than that.
Yes, much more. Your soulmate. Oh, my heart.
And a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan.
Oh, the music. That handsome, handsome man.
I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway?
Yes. You can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know.
Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain?
Oh, seeing him, it really hurts. I'm so sad. Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go into law. Be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it.
But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer.
Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. And what would you have done once you guys arrived? I mean, how would you have explained everything, you know? What was his plan? was he gonna hide Naruhodo the whole time they were there? Like, I don't know what he was thinking, what he was planning. Kazuma, you're such a mystery. Can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes.
No, that's true.
I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day...
One day what?
You're being so mysterious. Oh, no. Never mind. Ah, if only you had just told us. This is just like Mia had done the same thing with Phoenix. A lot of this, she had hinted at some stuff and been like, oh, I have some stuff to tell you. And then she never got the chance to tell him. And it's like, ah, so sad and tragic. Hmm? Naruhodo-san?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kazuma.
Yes,
He's forever in my thoughts, too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right, but... Yes. I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then. That's all. Kazuma's true intention. Yeah, like there was something else going on. Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? Oh, that's new, to see him holding up the sword. I mean this. His katana. I never expected to inherit this sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Oh, more flashbacks. Kodama?
That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karma guides me. I truly believe that.
So, its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling.
On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain.
Something you have to do.
Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me.
Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to you. See it through to the end with you.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Oh. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet, I've not found a single clue. I see. If we're bringing this up, you know it's gonna come up. And then we know now something about her father. Her father knows more. So this case somehow is gonna connect us back to it, but I think we won't be able to go back to it until like the end. And I think Sherlock knows something as well. Dang it. We're probably not going to find out until like the last case though. Because you know how these things go. Alright. I guess we're going to move. Our new office. I wonder what exciting adventures await us. My lodgings and office, located in the attic above the suite of rooms rented by Mr. Holmes. Call it a consultancy, but clients aren't exactly beating down the door. Holmes' suite.
Oh, Bruno and Susie, hooray, you're back! Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am, and you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie.
Yes, we're wearing your outfits you made for us, thank you.
Oh, you flatter me.
We match you, which is cute.
Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups.
Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell?
Oh, there's his DLC outfit. Which is funny because he's wearing a Japanese style outfit. So it's like they switched, which is cool. It's funny. Aha! The Wanderers return at last. Where on earth have the pair of you been?
We've been in court?
Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. That was today, was it? You look weird doing that without any goggles or anything.
I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Holmes.
I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now. He looks so thin in that outfit. It looks weird on him, honestly. It's cute, but it's like he looks very thin and like flimsy. Like, I don't know, he looks really like petite. So tell me, how did the trial go? Not that he's like a big masculine guy anyway, but I don't know. He looks scrawny. He looks like a cute little twink. He looks so cute, Sherlock. You look so adorable.
Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict at least.
Really? I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long.
Is Lord Von Zeke's an acquaintance, Mr. Holmes?
Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo.
Not quite what I asked, but still.
Mr. Holmes, whatever is that odor?
Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful.
Ah, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science.
Oh dear.
Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now?
Alright, what have you done now? Lord Baroque von Zeeks, yes. It's an interesting sobriquet he has, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later the hapless soul will vanish from the capital.
But vanish how, exactly?
By falling under a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames, or succumbing to a sudden fever, or quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow.
It all seems a little far-fetched, really.
Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit, for the time being, at least.
That's not overly reassuring.
If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Von Zeke's own hand.
As it happens, Mrs. Otto, that is quite impossible.
Oh? Why?
Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast-iron alibi.
Really?
And so his reign continued, but 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruhodo. I guess he felt guilty and, didn't want to, end up being indirectly the cause of people's deaths, you know? But I guess now he was like, screw it, I want to be a prosecutor again.
Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection, and really did end bitterly indeed.
And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again.
And I'm thinking back. So far, I mean, yes, we lost McGilded. Soseki left the country and survived. We defended Gina in the last case. Who was our other... Why am I blanking? I'm trying to remember... like, I literally cannot, for some reason, remember... Case... Oh... Like, I kind of have a gist on our cases from the last game, but for some reason I can't remember who are other people that we defended. Because I know we had to defend ourselves twice, so I think that's what's throwing me off. We defended ourselves twice. 1, 2... 3. 1, 2, 3 was McGilded. 4 was Soseki, and then 5 was... Oh, that's it. Okay, never mind. So that's all we had. We only had those 2 clients. Never mind. That's what... I was like mentally trying to think, did we defend anyone else? So we haven't had enough clients for me to be able to say... Wow. So then Gina would be our other person who we've defended against him. And who has survived, but it's like... Did we technically win? I mean, I guess? But we got like penalized. I don't know. We still haven't seen like all the fallout per se. We know that we lost our badge or whatever. We got in trouble. Alright, anyway.
Poor Runo. I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky or incredibly unlikable.
I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Yep. Alright. Foul smell. So, what is that indescribably foul smell?
Oh, well, most probably this, I would say.
What is that?
My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine at the drop of some tea. Oh my. There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets.
Are we gonna use this then? Maybe? Maybe it will help us? I don't know.
They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drug flavor.
Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior.
So, when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris?
At the ready, Shirley.
Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens?
It's turned completely black.
And what a foul odor it's giving off.
Indeed. The blacker the tea becomes and the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling.
That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now?
Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you?
That's kind of a waste, though.
There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Holmes.
Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam.
Right.
The point is, we are entering a new era of science. In the world of criminal investigation, also.
Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times.
I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Sherlock Holmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. This little tea indicant was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research.
Forensic science. I suppose I should find out more about that.
Yeah, that's gonna help you out a lot, especially with the whole trying to figure out about how this dude was poisoned.
With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Mr. Sato and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Von Ziegler seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese.
Indeed, it is an interesting observation.
Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Holmes?
It was about 10 years ago that Baroque von Zieks chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan.
Aha.
No!
What the? Tell us more, Mr. Holmes. What happened?
I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair.
Why? Why do you keep so many secrets? It's so frustrating.
Oh, but...
The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe.
Frustration.
He's like, you have to wait until case 5.
I know. So your t-test, is that an example of forensic science?
Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality.
Not a huge number of cases then.
Perhaps some more practical examples required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there.
I hadn't even heard of them until recently.
It is partly why I undertake research in this field myself, of course.
Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Holmes?
There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. No, what I am researching is skin prints.
Skin prints?
A nomenclature of my own design, as is this chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation.
Brilliant, Mr. Holmes.
As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black.
I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed.
Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues.
That's the spirit, Reno. See you later.
Yes, Until later.
No, no, Mr. Holmes, we were thinking you'd come with us.
You were?
Yes, of course, you said so just a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action.
Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. But you go on ahead. I'm too OP. You can't have me all the time. I shall be sure to follow you later. In all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might.
Ah, your commitment astounds me.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Bye-bye, Reno. Bye, Susie.
Great. Thanks so much. I know they told us to go to the crime scene, but we can come here, right?
What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance.
Yes, I hear angry voices of the audience because Binks is ending the episode right now.
But yeah, I gotta go. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. Man, I don't know what's gonna happen now. I'm intrigued and also sad because we were talking about Kazuma. And I'm like, man, I wish we could just get to that mystery already, but I know it's gonna be a while. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye.